Sometimes in moments of stress, you ponder the past, dwell on events long gone and filter them through the rose-tinted spectacles of hindsight, the mirrored shades of modernity aching for the simpler times when life was slower and had more meaning. You chuckle at the absurdity of catching the coal van for a ride to school, of mental maths being the only way, and of only one channel on television. No computers and mobile phones, just the idyllic monotony of your past. And then sometimes your past comes back to haunt you in Gallowtree.
Pockets are transitory things. They exist purely to carry stuff on a temporary basis. Your keys, your change, your wallet or phone are put in there and then come out at a later date. Unless there's a hole in your pocket, dear Liza. Then the items that you put in only exist temporarily at the moment. They pass through the hole and then they don't exist to you anymore. You say, "Where did I put my car keys?" and go back to the same spot where they used to exist, again and again, looking for them. You have forgotten that you put them in your pocket and the hole has made them no longer exist, no longer be. Once they pass through the hole, thereafter they are lost to you forever. But not entirely forever. In our world, friend, all lost things pass through the hole and then exist here in Gallowtree. This is where all things lost re-exist again, reincarnate again, reimagine again, remaster again. Your trust in your pocket is broken. Your trust in reality is questioned as you return to the same spot where your keys used to exist. Your perception of these things is like sitting in a cave facing towards the back wall. You can only see what is happening outside the cave by the shadows cast on that said back wall. This is the reality that you see, that you experience. Your perception of life is a shadow being cast by an unseen truth behind you. The truth is all things lost that are now reborn in Gallowtree again. The rain pours down on this June night here in Gallowtree. The long streaks crash through the darkness into the streetlight's glare onto the bridge crossing the river. Mr. Jumadi is standing on the bridge, on the railing, looking down at the stair rods hitting the river below. This lone figure seems to have lost something and is in despair. His jacket lies discarded on the rail as he prepares to jump. A scruffy figure joins him on the railing edge, wearing a pair of large, soiled underpants on his head.
Evening, have you lost something? Was it car keys?
Don't you come near me. I'll jump, I'll tell you. No, it wasn't car keys. Who the hell are you anyway? Go away, let me be.
My name's Tam the Tramp. How do you do to you as well? I think I might join you.
Join me? What have you lost? My wife ran off with a Bulgarian barista. I'm gonna end it all.
A woman, you say? Good idea. Jump. I wish I had before I met Davina.
Mr. Jumadi looked at the sorry figure of the tramp with a slightly sideways glance and asked,
Was Davina your girl?
No, I'll explain. I never used to feel the need to go to all-day karaoke bars and sing Barry Manilow classics with dumpster-bound underpants on my head, you know. No, not before I met Davina. I used to have a life, job, money, some self-worth. But Davina took it all. I wish I had jumped back then. For some reason, I felt the need to sing the 70s Manilow classics for the past 2 days now. And I feel like finishing it all. So many bad memories, you see. another girl. My true love. My flower. But my true love made it clear that she wanted nothing to do with me. She left town. I didn't know where she went. I got so depressed that I stood here on this same bridge one night, about to jump, when a stranger came walking along behind me and asked, why was I going to end it all? When I heard the voice at first, I thought it was some random man. He said, "Ging gang goo, what you doing, mates?" But when I turned round, there was a large woman in a kimono and a turban, her beard belly pushed out from below her impressive cleavage. With hairy arms and chest, she said, "Have you lost your car keys?" And I said, "Don't be stupid, I've lost the love of my life, not my car keys, you idiot. What is my house, my car, my job, of any consequence now?" She then said, "Suit yourself, jump, but I think I can help you to find your love. My name is Lena. I'm a psychic. I can find anyone. I can alter the spirit world and make this woman you seek love you." So I climbed down and I went to the Venus shop. She saw a photo of my true love, read my palm, and then said she thought we were in veins, and that an evil spirit was keeping us apart. Davina said with powerful crystals she could find her and trick the evil spirit. She suggested diamonds. They cost 10 grand. I agreed. I paid it. Then she found my true love. She moved away. I spoke to her and arranged a meeting. I was ecstatic. But my true love cancelled at the last minute, saying that I sounded strange and weird and that I shouldn't contact her again. So I went back to see Davina, depressed. Davina said the evil spirit was keeping us apart and that we should trick it into thinking that I was dead. Then it would leave us alone. Davina asked for 10 grand to sort out all the paperwork to fake my death, and had a rough sleeper murdered and buried. I changed my spirit name. I agreed. I paid it. But my true love still wouldn't call me back. Davina said that the spirit was cunning and that we needed to trick it into making a false journey. And when it was far away, I could then get my true love. And Davina told me that we needed to build a golden bridge 80 miles long, so that the evil spirit would walk along and get lost. The golden bridge would cost 80 grand. I agreed and paid it. The spirit seemed to take ages to cross the bridge, and Davina needed more powerful crystals to entice it to the end of the bridge. A ruby might work. It cost 20 grand. I agreed. I paid. My true love still didn't speak to me. Davina said that the evil spirit was very clever and that we needed to build a long golden bridge to my true love's soul to walk along. But it needed to be 90 miles long, so that the evil spirit could reach out. It would cost 90. I paid it. Then I found out something on Facebook that was, well, it was devastating. My true love had died. She died several weeks before of a drug overdose. I asked Davina what was going on, and Davina said, "I told you she was being hunted by an evil spirit, didn't I?" Davina then said, if we built a time machine, we could go back in time if the evil spirit had found my true love before she had died, and we could be together. She suggested a 40 grand Rolex might work. I agreed. I paid it. Unfortunately, the spirit knew that we were time travelling and came back as well. Then Davina suggested that we build a reincarnation portal to bring my true love back to life. And she could implant her soul into a woman of similar age, and we could be together. It would cost 50 grand for the portal, which looked a little bit like a Maserati, and 50 grand for the identification and processing of a suitable subject. I agree. I paid it.
Mr. Jamadi looked at Tam expectantly and inquired,
Did it work?
I went to meet the new, my true love. She was old and ugly and wasn't my true love. So no. I went back to ask Davina what to do next, but I ran out of money, and when I went looking for her, she left Blanchard. Long gone.
So you never did find your true love? What was her name?
Lola. She was a showgirl.
Mr. Jamadi looked at Tam. Tam smiled, and then Mr. Jamadi jumped off into the darkness.
Blimey, what's wrong with Barry Manilow?
Tam picked up the jacket that still sat on the rail and went through all the pockets. He finds a wallet and seeing 100 quid in it, smiles up into the rain and says,
All day karaoke, cider, and Copacabana for me. Thank you, God, Barry. That story never fails.
The water consumed Mr. Jamadi's body. The rising swirl swilling up around the bridge footings as it started to well up through the drains in the street and washed down towards town, towards the shops, towards the school. In this light you couldn't see the foul orange chemical colour of the filthy Barry Manilow tainted floodwater. Thank you, Eustace. Welcome back, dearest listeners, to another downpour day. Shall we all bow our heads and pray for the rain to stop? Our town that art in heaven, gallowed tree thy name. Wow, it hasn't stopped raining for days now. The water is rising fast and is starting to flood our civic loveliness. The foundations of the ziggurat, the high school, the lake, and even the disused chemical dump. What's the worst that can happen? But no matter, we have plenty of wellies and true Gallatry grit to get us through. Plus the submarine likes it and is playing many happy sea shanties, although only ghostly German submariners know all the words. You know, Captain Pugwasher. Buy now, pay later. And now we welcome back our consumerist feature, featuring our ever style-hungry lifestyle presenter, Consumer Dave. Welcome back, Dave. You're still in the doghouse with your wife after Chief Anderson found you naked outside that Korean restaurant?
We're fine, I'll have you know.
So she's into dogging as well then? Consumer Dave ignores this and carries on.
Right, everyone is getting 70s crazy round here. I can tell you, the 70s are back. It's Spangle-tastic. Check out my new outfit, dude. These flared trousers are the latest in 70s fashion retroness. See the fine 20-inch bell bottoms, the several side pockets on each leg, and the high waistband, almost up to my chest. It's radical, dude.
Wow, that is high, Dave. How many buttons are on that waistband? 70?
Also, check out my cheesecloth tie-dyed shirt. See how the collar's like the wings of a Vulcan bomber and it's unbuttoned to the waist.
But the waist is at nipple height anyway, Dave. We can hardly see your chest wig. Hang on, what's that around your neck, Dave?
It's a medallion, man. How cool is that?
It looks like a swimming medal from here, Dave. Ha! You'll probably need to swim home anyway.
Now, footwear. I'm wearing black crossovers. See the chunky coolness. Also, I've had them fitted with huge segs So when I'm on my rally chopper and put my feet down, the sparks fly from my feet, just like I'm Evel Knievel. It's retro chic coolness. It's the future.
So why all this 70s retro nostalgia, Dave? You weren't even born then. You don't remember the 3-day weeks, the power cuts, eating spam by candlelight, the hand-me-downs, the death of the American dream, Vietnam, the National Front, hirsute football hooligans, the poverty and, well, the lack of hope.
You cynic! You've missed out all the cool stuff. Star Wars, Jaws, space hoppers, skateboards, Ford Capris, CB radios. Well, anyway, Mr. Fogey, everyone is now into the 70s and you just look like an old, fuddy-duddy killjoy. Get down with the kids, you square. The 70s are cooler mundo, dude.
Well, thanks, Dave. Well, at least you're on a skateboard now, I suppose. Although I still associate you with plonking. In fact, you more than anyone else I know. Breaker! Anybody got their ears on? And now we have an important emergency statement from Chief Anderson. I quote from an official email as we couldn't get down to the police HQ due to the deep water. I wonder what the emergency could be, dear listeners. I hope it's not another citizen mutant toenail curfew. Do you remember the mud in 74? You know, the tiger feet scare. I'm still afraid of nail clippers even now. Some of us just have feet. That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat. But the authorities don't think that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. They don't love the tiger light. Fascists. I'm glad we live in more enlightened times now. Everyone loves tiger light now. Emergency announcement! The Chief of Police has now declared a Code Z alert. We have another zombie outbreak here in Galatry. I repeat, a zombie outbreak. Remain in your homes. Remain calm. We suspect that the floodwater has infiltrated the disused chemical dump like it did the last few times, and that the drinking water has been contaminated again. Although we're getting used to the zombie drills now, there seems to be a difference in this recent outbreak. Repeat, a difference. Be aware for your own safety. The outbreak is centred at the high school, and the Z strain contaminant is causing the more aggressive zombie behaviour that we last experienced in the famous outbreaks in the 70s. This is Code Z behaviour. Repeat, Code Z behaviour. We have cordoned off the high school for your own safety. We sympathise with anyone with children at the high school. They will have to fend for themselves now. Legal footnote. They are likely all dead already, so compensation claims will be limited to mass grave expenses only. You know, the bulldozer hire. Announcement end! Welcome back, dearest listeners. And now, special community feature. Let's go and have a look who's tagged our ever-popular, the not-very-cogent opinion wall, the wisdom totem that is Galatry nature in both tooth and bore. Right, first up, this is from Mr. Out-of-Towner, who wished to remain anonymous. Probably wise there, Mr. Out-of-Towner, you thieving, looking at our women's scum alien. Anyway, here goes.
This is a warning to minicab drivers everywhere. I was working late last night and picked up 3 drunk guys at the Poolsborough train station after they'd missed the last train home. They asked to be dropped at 2 different locations, the first 2 in Cityville and the last one here in Galatry. We agreed a price for the 3-hour journey in advance, and they showed me that they had the cash, so we drove and dropped off the first 2. They then said goodbye to their drunken friend and left the money in his pocket. Told me the Galatry address, and bade me farewell. I drove for another hour in the night, and when I got to the address here, I tried to wake the last passenger up. And when I shook him, I found that he was a life-sized, fully clothed tailor's dummy. Cancers.
Or what about this from Mr. S from the Scarecrow estate?
Rules gone mad. I got thrown out of my masseur's job on the first day. I couldn't believe it. I did a Dutch massage correspondence course and everything. I only did what the manual said. I don't see why finishing off on the face is a sackable offence, really.
Wise words indeed. I am in the relevant safety of the vinyl vault with Donna P, and will be providing the much-needed, easily listening entertainment and emergency updates to all those stuck inside with the zombie curfew. So then, Donna, do you remember the last Code Z outbreak? Were you old enough?
I was a kid, amigo. I remember some of it. We were told it was all due to the chemical dump. That's why it was shut down. But what I find interesting is why it's centred in just one place. If it has affected the water supply, we should all be at risk. We have all been exposed to the dirty water, but I haven't seen any aggressive zombie behaviour, only the day-to-day, low-level, sportswear, street drinking behaviour that we're all used to round here.
You're right. The only new twist round here seems to be Consumer Dave and his stupid fashion tips. I hope that isn't catching.
Interesting. It could be. I have noticed the amount of seemingly normal and well-adjusted people in tartan suits and platform boots on pogo sticks for the past few days. I wonder if there is a link. It just seems like poor dress sense rather than the Code Z zombieism. Which school was it anyway, amigo?
The high school.
That's where I went. Hang on. Although I went there later in the 80s, I do remember something. There was the plaque in the quad. I always wondered what it was for, so I remember asking one of the teachers. They'd buried a time capsule in 1979. A lot of schools did the same after that kids' TV show did it. What was it called?
Blue Peter. They buried the time capsule to commemorate the current age to be dug up at some time in the future. In Gallatry, we have always had a slightly less mainstream, less Blue Peter, more sniffing Glue Peter outlook. I wonder what the hell they buried in that Gallatry capsule, if there's a link to the Code Z at the school.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Get your wellies on, amigo. We're going back to school to dig up time.
How will we get round the barricade around the school?
I went there. I know a secret way in, although at the time it was my secret way out.
Donna P and her radio presenter consort are wading through water in a partially flooded passageway with shovels in their hands. Donna P points her torch around looking for something.
Ah, here we are.
The torch picks out a metal door. Donna P levers it open with the shovel blade.
Well, here we go, amigo. Keep your eyes peeled for them.
Them? We asked. Who's them?
Who do you think? The Bay City Rollers? Zombies, you idiot. Hit them with his shovel if they come close.
The pair skulk through the portal and are outside the back of the school boiler house. A large chimney looms over them. Donna P peeks around into the courtyard beyond.
It looks clear. The quad is just along there, past the mobile on the right. Let's go and keep quiet. If I remember correctly, this is it. It's here, amigo.
The pair look down at a flooded hole in the middle of the quad. A rusted metal casket is half submerged and there are all kinds of detritus floating around in the dirty orange water.
Put your gloves on and let's have a look at the capsule. I will keep watch.
The radio presenter grumpily wades into the hole and starts to grab bits and pieces of soggy stuff from the capsule. Well, there's a photo of an ice cream van and the guy selling single cigarettes to the kids. What's this? There's a picture in a job centre. There's a long-haired man standing in a long line behind a skinhead with... What's that? What are you looking at? Tattooed on the back of his head. There's a box of candles with Power Cut written on the lid. A picture of Pol Pot. A book. Hang on, what's this? The 10 best public information films, including Death on the Farm, Andy Lights the Fire, Electric Pylon Climb, and Robbie Plays on the Railway Tracks. Cool, I remember that one. What else is in here? The capsule is levered open further to spill its historic spew into the modern world. A signed photo of Jimmy Savile floats by. Which lucky bedridden kid got that, I wonder? Right, there's more stuff in here. What have we got? Skateboard, some adjustable roller skates, some bondage trousers, a reusable bottle of Hoy's, a Jackie annual, a Superstars annual. There's LPs here too. Bay City Rollers, a K-Tel Hits album, Brotherhood of Man, and Shawaddy Waddy. Hey, there's a video down here. It looks like a Betamax. This will never get played again.
I bet you could still find a Betamax machine online somewhere, amigo.
No, I mean it's all covered in this orange gunk. Look, it's started to rot the tape.
What's on it, amigo?
It's a home copy tape by the looks of it, and the label is all soggy and has peeled off. It looks like Dawn of the Dead and something else, but it just says GRR, and the rest of it's missing.
Drat, amigo, that's not a lot to go on. I'm not sure why the school has been quarantined. We haven't seen anything untoward, and the capsule is full of this nihilist junk. It looks like they were trying to bury the 70s, not celebrate it or commemorate it. Looks like we've wasted our journey, hombre.
What the hell was that?
Interesting. Let's go inside and have a look.
The pair walk up some steps, out of the water, go through a door, and now in the school building. The sound happens again, but louder this time.
I recognise that sound. Oh no, I think I know what's going on here now, amigo. Look at the pennants on the wall. Rydell High. Keep your shovel ready. Let's see what's going on in the assembly hall. Shh.
Blimey, there's loads of them. Why are they all dressed in 50s gear, Donna?
Zombie grease. It's Grease C, amigo. Arm up. They've spotted us.
Come on then. Hello. Tell me more.
Hey, Rizzo. Does this sound like a drag?
Hey you, Curly. No, she doesn't have a frame. Sit down. Donna pulls out a code. The zombie nose flies off and Donna takes aim with the shovel as the rest encircle the two beshuvelled interlopers. Here's Danny and Sandy. Let's do a double header. Zombie teams ripped at the seams, eh? Hey Donna, look, it's Kaniki. I've always wanted to do this. You throw the coin and I'll get in the car. Zombie Kaniki bends down to pick up the coin. Take that! The car door swings into the zombie's head. There's only one left. Wow, this one actually looks exactly the same as the film. What's his name? The leather-jacketed, pot-marked creature stands before them, awaiting his doom. He looks directly back and says,
I'm Craterface. I've been stopping this hell typecast for 37 years. I should have known that bloody race. Put me out of my misery, and we can go back to the capsule for another 37 years.
Max and Donna look at each other and say in unison as they raise their shovels, Craterface, you won the race! Come on, let's go home, amigo. Welcome back, dear listeners. It's a systematic, hydromatic, nay, ultramatic day here in Galatry. The clouds have parted and the sun shines down on the flotsam and jetsam of the 70s, and we all begin to clear up the mess of a messy decade. I have been reflecting on the events of the past day or so. The 70s were many things, good and bad, a time of strife, but also of well-needed change. We got some terrible music and fashion, but we also got some anti-music, the anti-fashion. We had some of the best rock, best disco and best punk that are all listened to even now. Our clothes may have been hand-me-downs, but our music wasn't. We had some of the best films made in our lifetimes when Hollywood choked. We got low-budget kung fu, blaxploitation and some seminal horror and thrillers. White hat, black hat, all turned upside down. The world had run out of ideas, but our films hadn't. Here in Galatry, we may have had it hard growing up, but we also had great community, great freedoms as well. We would not swap our impoverished freedom for the slavery of modern consumerism of the children of the modern enlightened world with their smartphones, cyberbullies, same-day lenders and fake tans. Give me the dark ages of extremes, of experiment, of making do, of challenging the way things worked any day. But here in Galatry, ambiguity is king. My pocket, your pocket may have holes in. What is lost appears between our worlds. Who's to say that our experience of the 70s is simply a shadow on the back wall of a cave, played out by the truth that is always out of sight behind us all? In other news, a body has been found washed up on the riverbank this morning. His body was covered in orange gunk with bleached hair but with no ID. Some say he had an ironic smile on his face like Barry Manilow, but we cannot confirm this at this juncture. Under the centenary bridge, the voices rise in unison, louder and louder.
You have been listening to Gallatry, a community-funded local radio station. I'm Adam Aardvark. Max couldn't be around at the end of the show. He often needs to lie down in a darkened room and sort of, well, convalesce. If you enjoyed today's show and want to know more or simply express a simple and not very cogent opinion, then email us at welcometo@gmail.com. You can tell us what you think, although we might already know what you think. Or failing that, if you genuinely have no idea, we can helpfully provide some new ideas that you can call your very own. Ideas that you can share with your friends and family and become a much more interesting and likeable person, if only to yourself. This has been a Gallatry Entertainment broadcast recorded in a haunted pub in Gallatry. No, honestly, voices appeared on the recordings that we later had to edit out. I think we got them all, but who's to know for sure? Anyway, Gallatry is performed by Max Black, written and recorded by Max Black and Adam Aardvark, is copyright Gallatry Productions 2015. Thanks for listening. But remember, on your next journey home, Gallatry may be just around the corner.